Hi guys, today's video is a review of the new Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint. I say that right, Niacinamide Skin Tint. And I'm also comparing it to the older Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. So I am wearing this one on this side, this one on this side, and we're gonna see how they perform with creams, powders, concealer, contour, everything. And then I'm gonna give it a wear test. I'm gonna go to Sephora, pick something up, go out in this great, lovely Florida humidity, and we'll see how they hold up. So we're just gonna compare the two. I already owned the Tinted Hydrator and I enjoy it. My best friend is a ride or die rose Tinted Hydrator, but they just launched this Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint, and I was curious how they compare. So this is a review, demo, wear test, all the above. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see future content, reviews, tutorials, all things beauty. And welcome to my channel, and we're going to jump right into it. Alright guys, today's review is this new Wet n Wild Skin Tint. This is a Wet n Wild Skin Tint with niacinamide, 5% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. I personally like my skincare not mixed in with my makeup. I think you get better quality skincare when it's not mixed with your makeup, but I'll take it. But yeah, this doesn't make me want to purchase this product anymore just because there's skincare in it. But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I have the shade Light Medium Sand. It comes in a dropper bottle like this, made in Mexico, and it delivers a natural, healthy looking finish with radiant glow, lightweight, buildable coverage. Here we go. It says right on the bottle, up to 24-hour hydration, clinically tested on 32 volunteers. I personally have been obsessed with the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. I have always been a full coverage foundation girly, and this has really just, this has been my go-to. I've been obsessed with it. The dropper doesn't really bother me. I think it's just because it's so liquidy. That's why they have it on the dropper bottle. Same with the Wet n Wild one. But this skin tint is a ride or die. I live in Florida and I need something that's going to cover up my redness. As you see, I have a blemish right here. So I will be giving this a really good test to see if it's going to cover all this redness. But this Maybelline one lasts so long in this Florida humidity. Actually, I recently just wore this to a wedding outdoor here in Florida where it rained, we were sweating and everything, and my makeup didn't move, which was so impressive. But I also used the new e.l.f. Hydro Grip Setting Spray, so those two have been my ride or die. Skin tints I also own besides those are the Catrice Tinted Serum Foundation. I really haven't reached for this one as much. Yeah, it's just too light for me. I think that's why, but it's not a terrible skin tint. It's pretty good. And then of course, this is an old school Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. One of my best friends was obsessed with this, and I was kind of like, I think I was just like turned off by the packaging. And I think I had a subscriber also recommend this, so I purchased it, and it is pretty good. So I do enjoy it as well. So I'll be interested to see how these compare, you know, because they're similar. So to start off this review, I'm gonna put on my St. Jane SPF primer. This is SPF 30. Sunscreen is the most important step in any beauty routine. So this is a hydrating sunscreen primer, and I'm just gonna rub this in all over. All right, so my primer is on. So now I am going to put half of the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator on the right, and then the Niacinamide Wet n Wild Tinted Skin Tint on the left. I didn't plan on doing that in this review. I kind of wanted to just use the new skin tint, but after I pulled this one out, I was like, let's see what the difference is, you know? Because my best friend is obsessed with this tinted hydrator. So affordable. I mean, the packaging again was kind of like a turn off to me because it just doesn't look like something that I would trust to last here in Florida, but it's a pretty good product. So I'm gonna jump right in with the new Wet n Wild. So right away, it's pretty watery, just like a normal skin tint. I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty 101 brush. Just gonna dip it in here and kind of just pat it all over. And a little bit is going a long way. I mean, I'm only doing half my face, but like, so it covered up all the other redness I had going on my cheek. My pimple was kind of still shining through, which really isn't bad because with even full coverage foundations, I always put a little bit of NARS concealer on top of my blemishes. But I just wanted to not cover it up for this video and see how it does covering up acne to get a better idea of like what kind of coverage this skin tint has. And I do have some veiny eyelids, and it looks like you can still kind of see my veins through my eyelid, but which is fine because usually I go over this with a concealer and really conceal my eye veins with a concealer. So in the beginning, it felt kind of like a wetter formula, but now that it's all packed in, it feels really nice on the skin. Very like hydrating but lightweight. Reminds me a lot of the Maybelline Skin Tint. It has that feeling, it has that set. It's really like blending in with your skin and becoming one, which is what's so nice about skin tints. And on the back of my hand here, it really kind of just blended in. It's not like greasy, it's not sitting on top. It does, I don't know, does it feel greasy? No, it doesn't feel greasy, it feels nice, actually. So yeah, and it's hydrating, but it's not a super overly powering, dewy kind of feeling or look. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's a drugstore tinted skin tint, and I think it looks and felt really great while applying it, honestly. So let's go in with the Tinted Hydrator. So I have here the shade Light Medium. This is like a year or so old, so I hope it's still good, but much more of a thicker formula, obviously. It's thicker, and let's see. The colors are a little different. This one's a little bit lighter. And it's been a while since I've used this, but the coverage is there. I would say the coverage is about the same as the other side. This side had more to cover than this side. The other side had more redness than this side, but I'm trying to think which one actually matches my skin better. They are very, very similar. I would just say that the other one was a lighter formula. All right, let me just blend this in, then I'll decide. Okay, so I'm looking in the mirror. I like the formulas of both. I just want to give this one a little bit to like set in, but you can tell like on my hand here, I'm just gonna like blend it out. It feels nice. It actually feels on my fingers, it feels just like the other one. It blends out so nicely on my hand. It's not super oily, it's not super dewy or anything, but I will say, I think the left side, which is the niacinamide one, felt more lightweight and just blended out like super easy. And this one was just thicker, and not that this one didn't blend out easy, this one also blended out easy, but it just felt more foundation-y, if that makes sense. Because as you can see, like the dropper formula is much more water-like, and this is much more just, was a thicker formula. They kind of remind me of each other, honestly. So I'm going to continue with the rest of my makeup, and we'll just see how they compare with that. So I'm going to do a little bit of contour. This part will probably be all sped up. So blending out the bronzer on top of the skin tint. I want to see if it is picking up the skin tint. So far, I don't notice it. It's blending out pretty nice on top of the skin tint. This bronzing stick is by OG Cosmetics. It's so good. I love it. Such a good color, such a good, beautiful, natural, shimmer-like, but like just such a natural finish. I love it. So far, they're kind of performing the same. Like the way I blended this bronzer on top of them, this one is looking more skin-like to me. This one, I don't know. They're like the same. So that worked out great. Now I'm gonna go with some cream blush. This is the She Glam in the shade Love Cake. I got mine on Amazon. It's this really pretty cool tone pink shade. And I'm gonna blend this out with my BK Beauty 109 brush. All right, so they're blending out. Both of them are blending amazing with these cream products. Super, super impressed. I will say this one is looking more skin-like. And I'm trying to like feel the different sides of my face when I am, applying products. And I want to say this one, it just feels skin-like. And this one also is skin-like, but this one, I don't know if it's just all in my head because I know the formula is thicker. I don't know if I'm just being biased, but I do feel like I have a little bit more, a heavier weight on this side, but really they're both really good skin tints and they are performing really well with these cream products. So now I'm gonna go with some concealer. This is the Tower 28 concealer. Love this stuff. Just gonna clean up my nose contour a little bit and just do a little bit of concealing. And honestly, at this point, usually all the facial expressions I am making when I'm blending out contour and everything, I usually get some creasing up here in my forehead. I do with my Maybelline Skin Tint, which is fine because I just end up patting it out. But these formulas are so hydrating, I don't really see it like settling into my lines, which is just different because usually I have some settling, which is totally normal. Like that is normal for me. But it's not settling, which is very nice. And my concealer, my under eye area is looking great with these skin tints. Like I'm pretty impressed because I actually didn't think they'd be so similar. And then the way the cream products are performing on top, I kind of thought it would break up a little bit or like pick up or move or just not be as great as they are. So very impressed. I'm gonna set my under eye with some Huda Beauty powder. And quick tip, take your powder puff when it has powder on it, tap it on your hand to warm it up, and then press it underneath your eye. So right now I'm noticing that my powder puff is sticking to the right side a little bit more, which makes sense because it's just like a thicker formula. So it probably has a more jelly, I don't know, just feel like it's sticking more over here than it is on the other side. And then I'm gonna use the Florasis powder to set the rest of my face. All right, so the powder is over both sides. I'm gonna do a little inspection and just see if I'm noticing anything. They look the same to me. They look the same. I am noticing this pimple. So I usually conceal with like a NARS concealer and then I go over it with like my Maybelline Skin Tint or foundation, whatever. I didn't do that for this, and the pinkness of my pimple is shining through, which is expected because it is a skin tint. It's not like a full coverage, foundation. But the Maybelline one does give a pretty good coverage. But I'm liking it. Like everything looks great. So I'm just going to continue on with a little bit of bronzer and blush. I'm gonna just take some Makeup by Mario blush here. And then my Dior highlighter. All right, so now I'm going to just apply some nude eyeliner. Actually, now I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. What is this? Power Grip. So my hand here where I was putting the serums, it is like, I didn't wipe it, but it feels so great. Like it doesn't even look like there's anything on my hand, but like the serums were here and it feels so soft. And like, that's kind of how my face feels. Like it has a little bit of tackiness. And I have some mascara I gotta rub away here as soon as it dries. A little bit of tackiness, but like, I'm honestly liking the way the makeup looks on this side more than this side. I feel like my pores are hidden better over here than over here. This side is actually starting to look more dewy, and this side feels like it's setting into this nice glowy, like your skin, but better. I'm gonna go to Sephora and pick up an order. I ordered the Kosas blush in the shade Butterflies because I'm gonna review that this week on my channel. Sorry if you hear the lawn guys, they are in front of my house right now, so that kind of stinks. But I am gonna go to Sephora, and so I'm gonna walk out into this Florida heat and give this a really good wear test, and we'll see which one holds up. I mean, this side is looking so skin-like. I wasn't expecting the skin tint to really wow me, but this side looks so skin-like, and this side's looking more dewy. But they also kind of look the same, so I don't know if it's just like in my head. But I keep looking at this side, like especially in this area, and it looks so nice to me here. Like this is usually, like my pores are more emphasized on this side, but I don't know. We'll see how it wears. Okay, so this is the skin tints in natural lighting. This is the niacinamide side and this is the hydrator side. They both look really good. I mean, my skin is definitely skinning and just glowy and looks great. I like the niacinamide side a little bit better. But yeah, they're looking great and I am pleasantly surprised. So we're gonna see how this wears. I'm going to Sephora right now and we're gonna see how it does after humidity. All right, this is on my phone. So the skin is looking fantastic. This is like an hour after I filmed. You can see my film set up in the back here. So I'm about to go to Sephora and right now my makeup's looking great. I think this eye is creasing a little bit. You can see it underneath. But I mean, I'm still liking the skin tint side, like the newer formula side. The niacinamide skin tint side, I'm liking that more. But yeah, skin is skinning and it's looking pretty good. All right, guys, I am back from Sephora and my skin looks so good. It looks so good. I'm actually loving the skin tint side versus the hydrator side. I just feel like my pores aren't as emphasized on this side, but they really kind of look the same. So if you already have the tinted hydrator, you don't really need this. They're pretty much the same, except this one is more lightweight, not as dewy, but I'm really, really impressed. Like I really was not expecting, because like this is nice, this is good, I enjoy this. It's not like my favorite, I don't reach for all the time. It's just something I have in my collection that I use every now and then when I want like a light tinted look. But this is amazing and I'm already obsessed with my Maybelline Skin Tint. So I'll probably be mixing between the two of these. But I mean, this is the side that has it and it looks so good. So I'm gonna zoom you in here so you can get a real close up here. Like even around my nose, it's slightly broke up, but really it's not really broken up. It's just kind of like my natural texture there. Let's see the other side. See, this side to me feels stickier, like not stickier, but like dewier. And this side doesn't. But they literally look the same. Like there is no huge difference between them. but like it just, to me, my skin looks great. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a heavy foundation. It looks like it's a skin tint, like your skin tint, but your skin but better. So pretty impressed. Honestly, wasn't expecting to enjoy this that much. Like nothing against skin tints, but like I've always been a full coverage foundation girly. And this Maybelline Superstay one like stole my heart. I love this skin tint. Like, this is my ride or die. Like I will, like this will still be my number one, but I figured for the affordability of Wet n Wild, I'm like, I'll just give it a try, compare it to my other skin tint, and just see how they are. So maybe after this, I'll do a video of comparing these two, maybe, the Maybelline and the Wet n Wild. But yeah, I really enjoyed the skin tint. My skin right here, it looks great. So that completes this review. All right, guys, that completes my review of the new Wet n Wild skin tint, the Niacinamide skin tint. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video.